yes, I picked up this car for $9 grand. I picked it up from my friend. He was getting ready to have a baby, and so with that, he wanted to sell his toys so he could provide, which is fine. But thanks, Ken, by the way. But yes, $9 grand. I got the homie hookup with this car, and he also provided a Pexi N1 coilovers and a Greddy front mount intercooler. So later on in the series, I'll be adding those to the car. But yeah, I bought my dream car for $9 grand about 4 years ago. And yeah, this car has just been so much fun to drive. It is pretty different from driving my FC, but it is a freaking blast. This is still the twin turbo setup. I did not do the single turbo conversion. But eventually when the turbos start to go, I might consider doing the single turbo conversion. But I'm loving the twin turbos on this thing right now. And yeah, check it out. Oh my God, so much fun. These cars have gone up in price like crazy. The highest I've seen these go for is about $45,000. I personally don't think my car is worth that much, but at the same time, like, it's a timeless body. Like, every time you see this car, it's snapping heads. Every time I go to like a gas station, car meet, everyone wants to see it. And typically when I'm driving down the road too, the craziest things that I've ever seen is one person stuck he stuck his whole body out of the passenger side window and to give me a thumbs up, which is pretty flattering, but at the same time, like, we're on the highway. The interior with these cars is pretty tight, and I'm not really the smallest guy, obviously. I'm festively plump, as you can see. Interiors are set up like you're in like a fighter jet. Everything is just pretty much focused on the driver, and when you get in it, it's just like, yes, you're ready to go bomb some stuff. Handling with this car is pretty spectacular. You point the steering wheel in a direction and the car will go. When you feel the back end slip out, it's pretty predictable, so it's easy to counter steer. These cars do come with a limited slip differential with them. So there was different trims available for this car. Mine personally is the R1 edition. So it has the two dual oil coolers in front. I don't have a sunroof, but with that like, everyone desires the non-sunroof FDs more. Personally, I don't want one because that's probably another reason why something could leak or the sunroof stop working. Another thing I would like to do with this car is, honestly, like, the setup it has right now, which isn't much. It's just K&N filter pods and a Pexi muffler. And so when I did get to buy the car from my friend, he gave me all the receipts for it, and it did have a engine rebuild. This chassis has 166,000 miles on it, but the engine rebuild was probably done about 50-60,000 miles ago, and it also had a street port done to it. So I'm curious to see the current setup on the car right now versus my FC. Everyone thinks this car will beat my FC, but I think otherwise. I think my FC would stomp this car, but the power delivery for the two cars are very different. The FC is the FC is more higher RPM, and it's raw when the power comes on. This car is pretty linear, pretty steady when you're in the upper RPM. You can feel when the secondary turbo kicks in, which is like about 35, 38 RPM, but the smaller sequential turbo comes on instantly once you step on the pedal. And then, in my opinion, I think my FC might beat this car, but I might need to get one of you to drive this car, and we should find out, see which one's faster. So I hope you guys are enjoying what you see. There's plenty more to come on the channel, plenty more stuff coming with this car, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy and stay tuned.